Hey guys, it's time for a deep dive on Chennai Super Kings. This is one superstar team in the IPL. They've done really well in so many years in the IPL. They've only last year was the one year when they've not qualified for the qualifiers. They have the record of having the most qualifier visits as a team. What happened last year? I think the strategy that Chennai Super Kings always has is of having experienced players in their lineup. MS Dhoni's amazing captaincy and all of that adds up to their performance. They have some great players. Suresh Raina has been a stellar performer for CSK. MS Dhoni has always done well. They have Dwayne Bravo, who's been really successful. They have Shane Watson, who did really well for them. But unfortunately last year none of that seemed to fire. So that's the whole challenge why Chennai Super Kings didn't do well last year. Not to say that this won't change in the coming years. And unexpectedly, they haven't made too many releases. I was surprised a little bit on that because I was expecting them to release a few more players than what they did. So let's take a quick look at what were the players that they released. What are some of their strengths, and they still have a high age, average age in their team. So will that still continue to be a challenge? It has been seen that their fielding sometimes is not up to the mark because of the high average age in the team. So we'll see what happens with Chennai Super Kings and what they do in the auction. They still do have a good chunk of players in the team who, if they fire, they'll take them to the qualifiers again, and they're still under the leadership of MS Dhoni. He said he'll be coming back for this year's IPL as well. That always is a good thing for Chennai Super Kings because Dhoni instills confidence in this team. So let's look at some of the players that were released. The first one, veteran Indian spinner Harbhajan Singh. Bhaji has played for CSK for, I want to say, 3 years. He's done reasonably well. He's been someone who's been very economical. The wickets column has not always been the biggest for Bhaji at CSK, but he's done really well for them, being the person who stops the runs in the middle overs. They will miss his services, I'm sure, and they would want to go for another spinner, or if they think that they can fit in Imran Tahir in the 11. Imran Tahir wasn't a part of the 11 for the most part last year, and that was one of the problems for CSK. I think they should have found a way to get Imran Tahir involved because he had been doing well in other leagues, so he was in form. So that is one combination. They could easily bring in Imran Tahir if possible. The second player that got released from the CSK team was Murli Vijay. Again, veteran Indian opener. He got into prominence through the IPL. IPL was his path to success and even his path to the Indian cricket team. He's done well for CSK for so many years, but I think last year was something which didn't go well for him. He wasn't really successful. He wasn't able to perform to the expectations. They had him open the innings, but he wasn't able to provide them the starts that he's known for. It's curtains to his career is what my guess would be. I don't see him getting picked again in any other team in the IPL. He had a reasonable run in the IPL, and he's someone who got a chance to play for India as well due to his time in the IPL. But I think this is it for his performance in the IPL, and we may not see him again. The next player that got released was Kedar Jadhav. Kedar Jadhav is another veteran player who's been with the CSK for some time now. They have shown a lot of faith in him. He used to be their finisher along with MS Dhoni, and he's performed that role very well. But last year again, like a few more players from CSK, the form wasn't there. He wasn't performing up to the mark. He actually did not do well at all. He was blamed for a lot of the losses and then eventually dropped from the team as well, the playing 11. He's someone who may find a taker, but due to the form that he showed last year, there's a chance that he may actually go unsold as well. Kedar Jadhav has done well for CSK. They liked him a lot. They gave him a lot of faith and support, but now I think it's time for Kedar Jadhav to take a break from the IPL auctions is what I'm going to think, because I really doubt that there's any team which is interested in him. The next player who got released is the veteran leg spinner Piyush Chawla. if you see a pattern here, there are a lot of veteran players in CSK's setup, and so they had everybody who they have released is almost played like 10 plus years, and they've been with CSK for a long time. Piyush Chawla performed really well. He got crucial wickets for CSK, but they do have another leg spinner in their ranks, Karan Sharma, and Imran Tahir obviously is there, so they, I think, did not see a future for Piyush Chawla in the team. Chawla is a very good spin bowler. He's been successful. He has that the unfortunate record of being hit for the maximum sixes in the IPL, but he's someone who's a wicket taker who'll get you wickets. He can bowl in the power play as well. He is a good prospect, but getting picked again is something that I think is doubtful. There may be a team or two who wants him as a backup if some of their other spinners fail. So very rare chance, but he may get picked up, but I really doubt that Piyush Chawla is going to get another game in the IPL or another team in the IPL. The next player who got released is a fast bowler, Monu Singh. He didn't really get too many matches, I would think, with the CSK, but the competition is pretty stiff. He is a very similar bowler to Deepak Chahar, and Deepak Chahar has now established himself as a CSK player, and I don't see Monu Singh getting any more games, and that could probably have been the reason why he got released from the CSK setup. He has a chance to get picked, but again it depends on how he performs in the domestic leagues, and are there any teams who are in need of backup pace bowlers. The competition for backup pace bowlers is also very high, and there are a few prospects like Ankit Rajput who got released who may have a better chance than Monu Singh. So high chances that he also would be someone who would not get picked. I think the bias that's because of the bad performance of CSK from last year would also play into these decisions when the other teams are lining up for the auction. The next player who will not be a part of the CSK setup anymore, he actually officially announced the retirement, Shane Watson. Huge player, big all-rounder. He can be a strong hitter wherever you give him a chance. He has been opening the innings for CSK for the last couple of seasons. He was very successful with CSK. He hasn't really been bowling too much in the recent past because of his injury concerns, but he's shown value even purely as a batsman. He even won the game last year. He and Faf du Plessis won a game for CSK without loss, and that was a big inning that both of them played. So he officially retired. It's going to be a big loss for CSK setup, and they are going to miss his services, but I think it was time for him to take the official retirement because his success rate was going down, and he would want to stay at the top of his game before he retired and not be like a really bad performer before he takes the retirement. So of course he won't be a part of the auction anymore, and he's a player who was very successful for CSK, so they will miss him, and all good luck to Shane Watson in the future endeavors, whatever he thinks of as his next journey. He probably would come in as a commentator, or maybe even in some team's coaching setup, because he has a lot of experience, played for Australia for a long time as well. So he's a great player, and again a veteran that got not released, he actually took a retirement, but yeah, he won't be a part of the CSK setup. Another move that CSK made was a trade with Rajasthan Royals for Robin Uthappa. Robin Uthappa is someone who I was a really big fan of, but last couple of seasons has not been that successful for him. He was a stellar performer for Kolkata Knight Riders, but last couple of seasons he has faded down a little. It's probably his age catching up, his hand-eye coordination going down. Hopefully he's successful for CSK. I think he can play a good role for them, playing at 3 or 4 along with Suresh Raina. Suresh Raina is going to be back this IPL, and that will be a big plus point for CSK. Raina hasn't had too much cricket, but I think he's still been playing domestic cricket, and he's a stellar performer. He's always been their best player, and he's been one of the best players of the IPL overall as well. Dwayne Bravo is also going to be a part of the setup. They found a new opener in Ruturaj Gaikwad, who did really well last year in the second half of the season. He had a bad start, but he covered up and he played really well. One thing that Chennai will be looking for in the auction is potentially a future captain, because MS Dhoni is there for this year, but who knows if he'll be there for the next year or not, and how MS Dhoni is going to be a part of the CSK setup going forward. So a captain is someone that they're looking for. Is Steve Smith the answer? They may actually bid for Steve Smith. I would definitely think. And another player that is very important for the CSK setup is Sam Curran, the youngster from England. He performed really well for them, and he's done a good job for CSK. So overall, the team that CSK has right now has good names in it, no doubt. But again, is the form there? Is the fitness there for the veteran players? Are the players ready to still face the challenge of a long, grueling IPL season? That is what is yet to be seen. And can they pick up some nice young people from the auction? They would love to have a finisher that they can get from the auction, hopefully, and one opener if they can get would be also a good option. So Tom Banton, I'm thinking, is someone who they should bid for, because he's a good prospect and he can do well for CSK. So that's what was my analysis for Chennai Super Kings. This is a really good team, and they always do well in the IPL, and I hope they make a comeback this year. And I'm hopeful for a good auction for CSK as well, and that's what will define their season. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a like, share it with your friends, share it with all the Chennai fans, and comment and tell me what do you think CSK should do for the auction. Are there any specific players who you think they should target that I did not cover? And keep watching. The next one episode is going to be about Delhi Capitals, the team that was runner-ups last year. They did really well. They had a good squad. We'll dig a little deeper onto their releases and see what Delhi Capitals did and what are some of the gaps that they have now to fill from the auction. Thank you so much for watching.